Yo, what is up, guys? So we're going to be taking a look at some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out. The first one's going to be a new fusion monster called SalamanGreat Violet Chimera, which actually is a really cool monster. So it is a level 8 with 2800 attack, 2000 defense point. It is a fire level 8. And anyways, we're really here for its effect, but the summoning requirements to summon it are to be any SalamanGreat monster plus one link monster. And it says if this card is fusion summoned, you can have this card gain attack equal to half the total original attack of its materials until the end of this turn, which, I mean, why wouldn't you activate that? That's pretty good. And then the second effect says once per damage calculation, when this card is battling a monster whose attack is different from its original attack, you can double this card's attack during this damage calculation only, which, keep in mind this does not count as its original attack, which is something I wanted to mention something later on. But anyways, the third effect says if this card was fusion summoned using SalamanGreat Violet Chimera as material, the attack of any monster it battles becomes 0 during damage calculation only. So theoretically, it could gain an additional 1400 if you went into itself, basically. But then you'd also, well, I'm pretty sure you still have to use a link monster anyways, but nonetheless, you can potentially make something 0, and of course, make it gain extra attack, and then also, you can double its attack. So basically, we're looking at something that might be able to one-punch some people. But anyways, next up, there is a new fusion card. Here is a better look at it. But anyways, it's a normal spell card called Fusion of Fire, and it's always treated as a SalamanGreat card, which is kind of important for, of course, the archetype. Anyways, it says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. It says fusions from one SalamanGreat fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or either side of the field as material. That's a key word right here, which can actually be pretty dirty and actually pretty good, considering if you wanted to potentially go for a summon sorceress, it's just there as like an additional option. Heck, you can Mannequin Cat and then get out another card as well, which would be pretty dirty. But pretty much what it comes down to is you're going to be able to, of course, use this fusion for this. But I think it really has a lot of potential because if your opponent leaves something on the board, you could, of course, utilize it kind of like Super Poly. I want to talk a little bit more about this card, but we also have another card to talk about, which is, of course, the Hyper Psychic Riser. Anyways, it is a level 6 Earth Psychic Synchro effect monster with 2000 attack, 600 defense points, and its materials are 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner monster. It says you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first effect being monsters with attack less than this card's attack cannot attack, and monsters on the field with attack higher than this card cannot activate effects. Okay, that's pretty interesting. The second effect says, if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you can target 2 monsters in your graveyard with the same type and attribute, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner, and add them back to your hand. And that's actually a pretty cool card. But like, being able to negate anything with 2000 or more attack would be pretty good. And also, you could technically reduce this card's attack, and then they can't activate any of their effects. That would be very interesting to see someone try to do something with like lowering the attack, so it basically skill drains your opponent, but then you'd still need another win condition at the end of the day. But unique nonetheless. Maybe you can boost up its attack as well, so then nothing can attack it, but I'm pretty sure they just use an effect anyways and just get rid of it. But really interesting card indeed. But anyways, going back into the SalamanGreat, I was gonna build a like one-punch build with it. I was looking at the SalamanGreat because I saw this deck a while ago. I would say it's not very popular at all. I've not seen anyone mess around with it. Did they actually already add the new card too? The what was the other card called? Actually, it was the SalamanGreat Fusion of Fire, which it's treated still as a SalamanGreat. Let me see if they added that. Fusion of Fire. Okay, so they haven't added it yet. But anyways, going back to the SalamanGreat, because I was thinking about just making like a one-punch variant of this. You could actually, I guess, use Sword of Toxic Solitude, which actually doubles its original attack and defense. But then also, since this effect would apply already, then you could double it. I'm wondering if you can, because this one again applies to its original. I'll find out if that interaction works. You guys can comment what you think is going to happen below. We'll mess around with it. Basically, the whole goal is to one-shot someone. You could utilize a card like Mini Guts to make something have 0 attack, or Ghost of Regret. There's probably a lot of other cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can reduce something's attack to 0. You can also use like a Yugioh. There's a lot of just Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I just happen to remember these off the top of my head. If there's any other cards that can reduce things to 0, let me know, because I want to just make it in SalamanGreats. But yeah, basically, you're going to be able to one-shot your opponents with, of course, the new SalamanGreat card. Quite easy. But yeah, when it says it doubles the attack, which I think is really good because of what it says, always render damage calculation, you can double this card's attack. And again, it's not original attack, so anything you put on would stack, theoretically, unless, of course, it's very specific. But it's kind of cool. I'm not sure if I would really, like, say, oh, SalamanGreat's definitely going to be good because of this card. But the Fusion of Fire definitely will make the deck more viable, and I guess you can even Super Poly now with that as well, right? I don't believe the OCG has Super Poly that many compared to us. Yeah, it's still just going to be one copy of it anyways. That's kind of cool. I like that you can just Super Poly into it as well, and then you can try to one-shot your opponent. I guess that's the goal of it. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on any of the cards that we talked about down below. If you guys got any cool replays of them, would love to see them. If you guys want to send them in to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com, feel free to go ahead and send in a YRP file. It's not added at the moment me making this video, but, you know, probably in a few hours they'll probably add it in. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button to not be missing out on any of the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that get announced. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'm out.